Grommash versus Deathwing. Can an orc warchief slay a dragon aspect? Hey there, adventurers! Ever sat around the tavern, mug of ale in hand, and wondered what would happen if Azeroth's mightiest warriors faced off? Well, grab your gear and settle in, because today we're diving into one of the most mind-blowing what-if scenarios in the Warcraft universe. What happens when raw ferocity meets cataclysmic power? We're talking Grommash Hellscream, the legendary orc warchief known for his unyielding courage, versus Deathwing the Destroyer, the dragon aspect who nearly tore the world apart. Can an orc warchief slay a dragon aspect? Let's find out. Background of Grommash Hellscream. So, let's kick things off with a bit of background on our first contender. Grommash Hellscream. Born into the Warsong clan, Grommash was more than just an orc. He was the embodiment of the Orcish warrior spirit. Grom's journey is nothing short of epic. Remember when he took down Manoroth? With a single, mighty swing of his legendary axe, Gorehowl, Grommash freed his people from demonic bondage. Talk about making a statement. His leadership skills? On point. Grom wasn't just a brute, he had a strategic mind that could turn the tides of battle. Whether leading raids against the Alliance or facing off against terrifying foes, his unyielding courage inspired those around him. And let's not forget that iconic weapon, Gorehowl. This isn't just any axe. It's a symbol of his lineage and strength. Paired with his battle-hardened armor, Grommash is a force to be reckoned with on any battlefield. Background of Deathwing. Now, onto the big bad himself, Deathwing. Originally known as Neltharion the Earthwarder, he was once a protector of Azeroth, but, as they say, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Under the influence of the old gods, he transformed into Deathwing the Destroyer, a name that still sends shivers down spines. Deathwing's resume includes causing the Cataclysm, an event that reshaped the very continents of Azeroth. He battled other dragon aspects and mortal heroes alike, leaving devastation in his wake. His powers? Off the charts! Mastery over earth and magma, elementium-plated armor that holds his molten body together, and an immense size that dwarfs most beings. To top it off, his cunning intelligence and thirst for destruction make him one of the most formidable foes in Warcraft history. But beneath that terrifying exterior lies madness. A madness that could be both his greatest strength and his ultimate downfall. Grommash's strengths and abilities. So how does an orc warchief stack up against such a monstrous foe? Let's break it down. Physically, Grommash is no ordinary orc. His superhuman endurance and combat skills have been honed through countless battles. He's fought in wars against the Alliance, taken on demon forces, and faced down enemies that would make most warriors run for the hills. His combat experience is vast. Key battles like the Siege of Silvermoon and skirmishes in Ashenvale showcase his might and tactical prowess. He's not just swinging his axe wildly. He's a seasoned fighter who knows how to exploit an opponent's weaknesses. Leadership-wise, Grom can inspire his warriors like no other. And then there's his determination, a fearlessness in the face of overwhelming odds. Grommash doesn't back down. Deathwing's powers and mights. On the flip side, Deathwing's abilities are Stramo. Well, let's just say they're on a different level. As a dragon aspect, he wields immense power over the earth and decay. He can cause fissures to split the ground, summon molten lava, and unleash cataclysmic breaths of destruction. His tail swipe alone can level armies. Physically, he's titanic. His size and strength are off the charts, and his elementium armor makes him nearly impenetrable. But he's not just brawn. Deathwing possesses dark magical abilities. However, all that power comes with a price. His own sanity is on shaky ground. His weaknesses? Well, his madness can lead to strategic errors. Plus, those armor plates, while tough, have vulnerabilities. Hypothetical battle scenario. Alright, time to set the stage for this epic showdown. Imagine a desolated battlefield scarred by previous conflicts. A place that has seen its fair share of chaos. The air is thick with ash and the ground trembles. It's here, at the height of their powers, that Grommash and Deathwing would meet. No armies to interfere. No distractions. Just two titans facing off in a one-on-one combat. Grommash, with Gorehowl in hand, Deathwing looming above with molten eyes fixed on his foe. As they lock eyes, you can feel the tension. How would they engage? It's the ultimate clash between raw ferocity and cataclysmic power. Strategic analysis. Let's break down how each might approach the fight. Grommash's approach. Grom knows he can't outmatch Deathwing in sheer size, so he'd rely on agility and speed. Dodging massive claws and fiery breaths, he'd look for any opening to strike. Targeting Deathwing's weak points, like the gaps in his armor plates, could be key. Maybe he'd utilize the terrain, using cliffs or ruins to gain altitude and reach those higher spots. Deathwing's tactics. Deathwing, on the other hand, might start with aerial assaults. He could manipulate the battlefield itself, causing the ground beneath Grom to crack and erupt. He might try to overwhelm Grommash with sheer force, but his overconfidence and madness might make him underestimate the cunning of an orc warrior. The battlefield could play a huge role. Maybe there are ancient ruins with magical properties, or elemental forces that could be harnessed. Possible outcomes. Time to speculate on how this could all go down. Scenario 1. Grommash triumphs. In a display of unparalleled bravery, Grommash dodges Deathwing's devastating attacks, using the terrain to get close. With a mighty leap and a well-placed strike, he targets a vulnerable spot in Deathwing's armor. Gorehowl pierces through, leading to Deathwing's downfall. Perhaps Grom taps into some newfound power or harnesses the elements with the help of ancestral spirits. It's a long shot, but if anyone could pull off the impossible through sheer willpower, it's Grommash Hellscream. Scenario 2. Deathwing prevails. Realistically, the sheer difference in power could be too much. Deathwing's overwhelming abilities might outpace Grommash's efforts. A single, catastrophic attack could end the battle swiftly. Scenario 3. Stalemate or mutual destruction. In a twist, perhaps both deliver fatal blows. Grommash inflicts a mortal wound on Deathwing but succumbs to his injuries in the process. Or maybe external forces intervene, heroes of Azeroth sensing the danger and stepping in, leading to an unresolved battle. Lore implications. Now, let's nerd out on how this would affect the Warcraft universe. Impact on Azeroth. If Deathwing falls by Grommash's hand, the world is spared from the Cataclysm's full fury. If Grommash dies defeating Deathwing, the Orcs lose a legendary leader. This could cause shifts in Horde leadership and dynamics with the Alliance. Theoretical changes to Warcraft history. Whole storylines would diverge. The ripple effects would be massive, leading to new conflicts or perhaps even peace in unexpected places. Reflection on the nature of power and heroism. This matchup highlights the themes of courage against impossible odds. It poses questions about destiny, sacrifice, and the impact one individual can have on the world. So, there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the epic backgrounds of Grommash, Hellscream, and Deathwing, analyzed their strengths and weaknesses, and imagined how this legendary battle could unfold. At the end of the day, whether Grommash could actually slay Deathwing is up for debate. It's a clash between mortal determination and titanic power. What do you think? Could Grommash pull it off, or would Deathwing reign supreme? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Warcraft lore, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic content.